Swami Vivekananda comes up very strongly, very, very strongly. So we thought, chalo, last time we spoke about resistance and it's done, but he doesn't seem to have stopped. He says, just like our Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita tries to, how do you say, find his way out of that battlefield in the first chapter end and second chapter up to the first few shlokas. So he is trying to escape from responsibility, escape from work. And that doesn't work. It doesn't work because Krishna is saying, calling him a hypocrite and a coward. Because Arjuna being a Kshatriya and Arjuna being the prince of that kingdom, his first duty is to safeguard the kingdom, fight for it, or do whatever is needed. And of course, support his brother, Yudhishthira. So that is the first dharma. So in between, out of technically what he thinks is love, he says that, all my loved ones will die. So it doesn't seem fair to fight. So this kind of thinking is basically an escapism. Because if you think about it, in love, there is no escape from duty. But in attachment, in moha, as you call it, we escape from duty. We make mistakes also. But if it is pure love, then there is no chance. In pure love, you will always put the duty first. So now when I'm speaking, you all are thinking, yeah, I love my spouse so much that my duty for my spouse becomes first. No, we are not speaking of that. We are speaking that if anywhere in your life, if your swadharma, your self-growth, your self-work takes second seat, it means that there is no love. It is only attachment. And as you call it, moha. So we are in moha of our spouses, our family, our friends, etc. Because in love, the first thing, even from the other side also, will be do your duty first. Achha, what is your duty? Going to work and earning money? Secondary. First duty towards your own self. And what is the duty towards the self? Self-growth. Self-growth. How I'll grow, how I'll become a better human being. That's all. We are not saying from tomorrow you have to become sannyasi. No, you cannot. You're not supposed to because you all are grahastha. The point is we have to first look towards ourselves and think, oh, my anger is still there, my frustration is still there, my greed is there, my jealousy is there, my ambitions are raging. I need to have some control over this. And for this, self-growth is needed. And my self-growth is first. So what is the basic dharma is for this one? Repairing this one, first dharma. Post which we can have big time ambitions. But first thing is this. And then comes the immediate family, and then the society, and so on and so forth. So then we cannot just skip anything and say chalta hai and stuff. When he is a Kshatriya, he is a prince first. So he has to do his duty. And why is he escaping? It's because he thinks he loves them. So out of love, he doesn't want to do his duty. No, out of moha, he doesn't want to do his duty. And Krishna has come up very strongly. So then making a plea that non-resistance was the highest ideal of love. What is the plea by Arjuna? That non-resistance is the best. That is Shreya for me. And what is Krishna saying? Resist, fight them, get on it. And he's saying, no. It is not good. It is not Shreya. Krishna, you should go through those shlokas, okay? Chapter 1, last few shlokas, and chapter 2, the first 4, 5, 6 shlokas. He said, no. It is not Shreya for us at all. There will be no Pindadana. There will be no this, all the ladies will be striyan dushit ho jayenge. They will be destroyed. They will be abused. We cannot do this. Let them do that papa karma. Let us not do it. He is trying to convince Krishna. No wonder Krishna came up strongly. When he got to spoke, he said, what are you speaking? So then we have to understand that making the plea of non-resistance is not technically the is. That is true. It is the highest ideal. Highest ideal. But when? So when we generally read, we feel, oh, it's resist not evil. Jesus said, Buddha said, from tomorrow I will do it. We are not prepared. Why we are not prepared? Here, Vivekananda has come up really strong. He says, basically, see the extreme positive and the extreme negative, we understand that. When you look directly into the sun, which is so bright, it's all dark. You then can't see anything for a while. It's that dark, right? And when there is very little light also, you can't see. When you look into the sun also, you can't see. That's the extreme he is trying to give as an example. Even sound, when it's too loud, क्या बज रहा है? कुछ सुन नहीं रहा है. Actually सुन रहा है, but क्या बज रहा है वो नहीं सुन रहा. You cannot hear. Next is when it is too low. The sound is too low. We can't hear. Okay, so this is the opposites he is given. So the similar kind of difference he is giving for resistance and non-resistance. Now he is given that one man does not resist because he is weak. This we all need to underline. He is weak, he is lazy, and he cannot. He doesn't have the courage. Okay? Not because he will not. The other man, okay, the other opposite, he knows that he can strike an irresistible blow if he likes, yet he does not, and plus he is even blessing the enemies. This is a saint. None of us are here. Okay, none of us. No. He says, of all people he met, barely 20 people he met in his lifetime who could qualify for this. So we are definitely out of this story. So where are we? We are on this side. What is this side? Why we are not able to resist? We are saying resist not evil because we don't have courage. We don't have whatever reasons he has said. We are lazy, we are weak, etc. And agar chance mila to, like I said last time, chak de, fir to then we will not leave anybody. This is our problem. We lack courage and we could be lazy also. So he is trying to make us bold. He is saying, why are you weak? Why can't you resist? Okay? There are other reasons also. We have to save our image. If I speak what they will think about me. This is also the problem. So we are stuck to something, right? We are not able to resist. And he is saying you have to resist. Have to resist. There is no choice. Like, what did Krishna tell Arjuna? He didn't give him a choice. He said, you don't have a choice. I can think about it, whether I want to kill these people or no. You get on that battlefield and start. There is no choice. Then when he argues, he gives him Gita ka Gyan. But technically the push is, you have to do your action. There is no escape from that. No, but it is right or wrong. Who will decide? Who will decide that this is right? Krishna is with him. He is saying you have to do this. He cannot say that it is wrong. He has to listen to Krishna. So then we will understand this slowly. So the one, he has given very clearly, the one who from weakness resists not commits a sin. Okay? Out of weakness, I resist. Okay? I resist not commits a sin. So when I resist, I am committing a sin. So it is applicable for all of us. Okay? Because we are not speaking about the saint right now. Imagine a Buddha and a Jesus. So we are far away. So let's forget about them, that side. This side is the minute we are resisting we are committing a sin. So we are not supposed to resist. We thought, what will happen if I resist? We are committing negative karma, actually, by not resisting. We are supposed to resist. We are supposed to fight. We are supposed to do whatever is needed in the situation. Arjuna is supposed to fight because he is a Kshatriya. We are supposed to do and say, or whatever is required has to be done. Okay? Don't be cowards, don't be weak, don't be lazy, don't be any of this that Vivekananda is saying. Next is, and as such cannot receive any benefit from the non-resistance. Okay? Suppose I say, no, we are spiritual, so I will say no, let them do whatever they want, I will keep quiet and I will bear the, himsa that is coming in whatever form. So then he is saying clearly there will be no benefit also from it. We think that I will get punya karma from this if I keep quiet. No. He's saying when andar se you're feeling from within. See, the problem is what we feel is what physical action I commit will only incur karma. Okay, but whatever I'm thinking and feeling from inside, I will not incur karma. I will. And it is a much stronger karma than maybe I just gave one tuck to somebody. Think uska ek tuck milega, that's all. But what I am doing inside, that is going to get me horrible karma. Because that will be a lot of suffering, mental suffering more than physical. Because mentally I am thinking. So the karmic return will come mentally only, not physically. And that will be bigger suffering than maybe just a scratch or maybe just a wound, physical wound. It will be mental torture. So understand that non-resistance is not the solution for any of us. And the other one, the Buddha or the Jesus, they would commit a sin by offering resistance. Like when somebody comes and just gives them a slap. Maybe they just spit on Buddha. That was the example, right? And he didn't do anything. He's supposed to. Suppose he did something, he would be committing a sin. Now understand what we are saying. Buddha is not supposed to do that. He's not supposed. Instead of resist, we'll use react. Buddha is not supposed to react or respond. But we are supposed to. Why? We are not actually supposed to. But until we reach Buddhahood, let us be what we are. No hypocrisy. Okay? So very clearly he says, and then he says, when speaking of Buddha, Buddha gave up his throne, okay, and renounced his position. That was true renunciation. But there cannot be any question of renunciation in the case of a beggar who has nothing to renounce. Now, first of all, when we come upon this path, we have to start renouncing. There is no other way. And what we renounce is our pleasures, our desires, our ambitions, and all our big time goals. All this has to be renounced. But when we are much ahead on the path, like when we have reached maybe Vanaprastha or that place. But in Grahastha, you have to do what you are supposed to. Do the Grahastha also. In your family, you have to do everything. There is no escape. No escape from this. So then he is saying, who can renounce, by the way? Buddha is a prince. People keep saying, but Buddha left and went, na? So you want to leave and go? We are Buddha. We have that much kingdom. We have that much money, that much splendor. And kuch charana, atana, chodna, thodi. We barely have anything compared to what Buddha had. What are we going to renounce? We don't have anything to renounce. So then when I have this few pennies that I want to renounce and I said from tomorrow I want to take sannyas, it's not permitted at all, at all. That's what he's saying. There is no escape from our duties. He's very, very strictly coming up again and again. Last time also he was saying, Now he says, so we must always be careful about what we really mean when we speak of this non-resistance and ideal love. We must first take care to understand whether we have the power of resistance or not. Like last time I used the word औकात तो होनी चाहिए. We need to be able, ability to resist होना चाहिए. Just out of fear and cowardice and laziness, or maybe fear of my image, stuff like that, we are resisting. No, we are non-resistant because of it. We have to resist. We have to fight. We have to argue. I'm not saying fight means start fighting. You have to fight your urge to keep quiet where you're supposed to speak. Wherever you're supposed to speak, you're supposed to speak. Because inside we are speaking. But we don't have the courage to speak outside, so we will keep quiet and behave like saint. That's not the point. We are not saints. Then having the power, if we renounce it and do not resist, we are doing a grand act of love. This is for Buddha. He had the power. Okay? And then he is not resisting and he is given up whatever he had. We don't have anything to renounce currently. Swamiji always used to say, Tan, Man, Dhan, Rakta. And we couldn't. Because we don't have it. Because we don't really have anything to renounce, first of all. And we used to think, no, I don't want to do. But even if I want to do I have it? We don't have good enough something to renounce. He is saying first gather something, then renounce. त्याग उसका होता है जो, if I have something, I can do tyaga. If I don't, okay, what we can do tyaga of, I will tell you, our desires. Yes. We can try to renounce the desires because that we have bagfuls. Our desires, our vasanas, our ambitions, these are the things we need to renounce. Not our duties. The first thought that comes is when we, enter a little bit of spirituality here, there, 10 sessions we attend. सब छोड़ देना है बस. We free हो जाना है. किससे? No free. If you're in grahastha, no free. Okay, you have to do the grahasti. So then next is, he says, if we cannot resist and yet at the same time try to deceive ourselves into a belief that we are actuated by motives of highest love, we are doing the exact opposite. Okay? Arjuna became a coward at the sight of the mighty array against him. His love makes him forget his duty towards his country and the king also. That is why Sri Krishna told him that he was a hypocrite. Thou talkest like a wise man, but thy actions betray thee to be a coward, therefore stand up and fight. So this shloka is, this is how the Gita begins, it's 2.11. Okay, second chapter 11. Ashocyan anvashocastvam prajnavadansh bhashase. You speak like a pandita. You speak like a, brahmagyani or a gyani. What are you doing? बातें तो बड़ी बड़ी कर रहे, big you are giving out that this will happen, that will happen, pindadan will not happen and all this, correct, you know the right things, but what are you acting? As a Kshatriya, he is not supposed to withdraw. That will give him maximum sin as per the Shastras. A Kshatriya is not supposed to withdraw from a battle. So then, that's why Krishna came up strongly. So now, somebody has to read the next one paragraph. Okay? Very clearly he is saying the central idea of Karma Yoga. So understand this paragraph because this is the central idea of Karma Yoga. The Karma Yogi is the man who understands that the highest ideal is non-resistance. Correct? So resist not evil is correct. He knows it is the highest ideal. Okay? And who also knows that this non-resistance is the highest manifestation of power in actual possession, and also what is called the resisting of evil is but a step on the way towards the manifestation of this highest power, namely non-resistance. So to reach that peak, first I have to resist. First I have to be bold, I have to be strong, I have to be active, not lazy. And all this, when it happens, then when I have the power, okay, then I can say I give up the power. But not before I have the power. That doesn't work. So, but reaching the highest ideal, man's duty is to resist evil. Let him work, let him fight, let him strike straight from the shoulder. So this is really call for action. This doesn't mean tomorrow you get down and start fighting with the family members and the office people and everybody. Vivekananda said, okay, so we are fighting. No. When you feel something is coming up against you, okay, it's wrong, it's abuse, it is, then you have to be able to stand up and do what's required for you and for anybody who is under you also. Okay, if it's your children, if it's your aged parents, if it's aged in-laws or anybody, even your neighbors or anybody, you have to be able to stand up, not run away. Okay, then only when he has gained the power to resist will non-resistance become a virtue, not before that. So this feels like, how do we do this? First of all, we need to understand by sitting down and thinking, what is abuse? Because we could be imagining that it is abuse and it is not, okay? So clarity should be there that this is not abuse. Everything cannot be an abuse. Like, it's not only about abuse. There are other things happening in your life. You all have to think, where is it personally, individually, that you have to resist, but you're not. You want to resist, but you're not. Individually, if you check, you all will have at least 1 or 2, 3 places where you would like to, give back. But you're like, nahi, theek hai, I want to control, I'm not supposed to do this. Check these places in the next week, make a note of that, sit down and think how you're going to resist this. How you're going to face it. With courage. With what? Okay? And do it, is what Vivekananda is saying. Do it. Because when you keep doing it, then you reach that highest ideal, not before that. We think, on the peak I will reach today only. Not possible. Not possible. It's a very tough journey. It's a lot of hard work. Now Shruti had raised her hand. Shruti, you can read.